Why they call it test cricket is because it tests you physically and mentally over 5 days. It's not a thing that starts at one time, ends at one time, and you get done with it and move on.
This is a game that lasts 5 days.
Yes, it does. So the beautiful thing about that is, and people find it so bizarre that how can one game, one match in a sport go on for 5 days? The basic concept behind it is, Test cricket for me is very similar to life. So if things don't go your way on day one, you have to go to sleep, you have to wake up and come back. There's no option of forgetting about it, there's no option of leaving it behind, there's no option of I don't want to do this anymore, because if you don't turn up, you're left with 10 men and you're out of the team. So you have no option but to keep coming. Even if you do well, you have to wake up the next day, work hard all over again, you get a second chance to play, and then you want to work hard, or you have to work hard to do the same thing that you did on day one. And ups and downs through the game. Sometimes you're just batting for 3 hours, not scoring a run. And sometimes life is about that, just being there, just hanging in there, and then wait for your time, and then capitalize on it. So it teaches you so many things if you take it in the right way. And I'm so blessed and I'm so grateful that I'm able to play Test cricket for my country. It's taught me things that I could never imagine I could learn.
Why do you feel the commercialization of the game is hurting cricket?
I think the more you commercialize the sport, the quality of the game will come down. That's what I strongly believe in. If you look at the number of games that we play now compared to 10 years back, it's a huge change. You could never imagine cricketers playing so many games throughout the year. And what happens is the quality will invariably go down. I've heard people say that, there's too much cricket to watch sometimes, and we just don't want to watch it. So it affects a lot of things. And if you have a tournament like a World Cup, which is a global tournament, and everyone's watching it, that brings interest. So I think the more impactful tournaments we have, and if the number of games on a regular basis come down, and the more global tournaments where all teams are playing against each other, they increase, I think that's going to sustain the sport really well, not the number of games.
In what ways would you say you're an aggressive batsman?
Well, I've always liked to take control of the situation. I've always been a kind of a player who would walk into a situation and turn the situation in the favor of my team.